I can only picture Wasabi going, you want to ride all over and over again every time he's kicking up. Yo, you should convert from China airs to backflip tail whips because that's the new meta for this game.
Oh yeah?
Backflip tail whip master race. I don't know, I guess when I was younger I just preferred using the air moves more than the freestyle moves.
Yeah, I like almost exclusively use the freestyle moves.
Alright, I'm set over here.
Yeah, are we good?
Just let me know.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Just give me a 3, 2, 1, and we'll go.
Okay. Forky, ready?
Yep, we good.
Alright. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is World Tour. It's a pretty fun game.
I can't even remember. I've played this game so long, but you don't have to do every objective. So, if you like jump on a slope and you kind of like do a manual slightly after you land, it'll reset your stability counter thing. And you'll a high score objective that's on every course. It goes up higher and higher for each level. And if you're doing a 100% run, which would just be doing like all the objectives, doing the bonus levels, getting like the max high scores, things like that, you can do ×9 high scores for everything, which can be a little bit annoying at the end because, well, I guess I won't spoil the points total, but if you do the ×9 high scores for the last one, it can be a big pain because how the score multiplier works in this game is when your score's at 0, your multiplier will go up a lot, and then if your score's already set at a higher value, then your multiplier just goes up really, really small. So if you're like in a chain, let's say you're aiming for 2 million points, and you accidentally ruin your combo at like 1.5 million, then it's gonna take a while to get to like that final 2. And keep in mind you have like 3 minutes for each course, so it can be a little bit brutal. Yeah. Mike is still really quiet. I'll just try to talk loud, I guess. And yeah, to answer your question, it is basically like a Tony Hawk clone, just on scooters, as you can see. Level objectives to get through the level. It actually, the camera angle can be a little bit like wonky at times, but it controls really, really well. And it's got just certain elements that feel like we're a little bit different from Tony Hawk, with the like destroying transmitters, killing bosses, race levels, and some of the bonus levels which you won't see in this game, or in this run, they're not needed for this. But they have like a boss rush mode. They got like score attack, like a mode where you ramp into cranes and like break the boxes. And they also have a billiards mode where you just run into pull balls and get into the side pockets. That was always like a goofy one that I enjoyed a lot. Yeah, this is on GameCube and it's on PS2. He's running it on GameCube because he loads that faster on the GameCube. There's going back to high school objectives on the bosses and the transmitter, those all stay the same. They have a basically grind 5 different things in each level. And the first level is skeleton, which can take a little bit of time, so he didn't go for it. And there's like boxes that you open on the second level, valves on this level, and it's just a different kind of like 5 things that you gotta grind on each level.
I haven't got that. I'm really happy about that shot.
That's nice. That's actually a really good to hit too. I'm not sure like the exact timing, but it is a very slim window. For the transmitters, they can be a little bit like stingy with how you have to hit it. Most of the time you just hit a ramp and like jump right into it. But you know, get together like you just did there. And a lot of times when you jump off the second part there, you just miss it. You can barely if you're hit it. You gotta hit it at a really specific angle for you to hit it. So that was really nice. Right there. Funny story. I actually looked up an emulator on this other day. It actually runs pretty well. It looks pretty beautiful, but the character model is really messed up. Like the scooters, like floating up into his body and things like that. Like I was excited. I'm like, damn, this looks really good. And then I saw the character model and I was like, oh god. If you look up just an emulated version of the game online, it's worth it because it's pretty funny to just see the character and how he's like spazzing out sometimes.
I turned down the game some more, so hopefully it's
Alright,
not so
cool.
bad anymore.
Yeah, this game, literally, you have to put it at like 1% volume or it cranks out really loud. That's just how it was. Yeah, so as far as how well this game is routed and optimized, I would say it's actually a really, really good run. The routes can't really be improved too much more. We've got it routed pretty well, objective-wise, skipping the ones that take the most. Movement can be pretty hard in this game, so that's the only thing that's really going to make this time go down a little bit, which I believe Trident's sum of best is maybe a minute and a half faster than his actual PB.
It's about
but
21. It's 21 something.
Yeah, and what is the record that you have for this game?
2309.
And that is a really, really good time, in my opinion. So yeah, I think a good amount of work's been done for this game. It's just me and Trident, really. There's been a third runner in the mix, but not really too active in it. But yeah, it's a pretty good run. A lot of difficult tricks that get involved with it. A lot of what's harder is you can incorporate the high score objective, and it can be really quick. Like, the big problem with routing it was like, alright, which objectives can we skip? Which ones waste the most time? And I think we realized that with high scores, we just gotta either be doing tricks all throughout it and trying to keep our speed going to certain points of the map, or just like linking one really big like combo that's just spanning like the whole length of the map while you're doing another objective. So it can be a little bit difficult. Yeah, I hope that sounds a lot better for you guys. Sometimes just different game consoles are set at different volumes. It can be a little bit frustrating. I think one of the race levels are really, really fun to just like try to grind out and see what the best time you can get is, because it is really hard to keep momentum sometimes, and you just try to find the best path and not try to crash. Because when you're jumping off these, you just get so much speed, and it's easy to mess up because just with like a little flick of the joystick can just send you in a really wrong direction, which is why you can crash sometimes with these levels. But he got a really, really good time for this one. That was really fast.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. That was pretty good.
This is one of my least favorite levels in the game. I bet Trident can say the same. I never had a fun time with Suburbia. The bosses kind of troll a little bit, like this guy down here.
This guy right there. Yeah, right there. Always makes me.
His name's the Purple Silky. Sometimes a big thing with the bosses is they have a certain invulnerability frame, as you see when they're blinking white. You gotta wait a little while, and it's always longer for the later bosses. But sometimes they can like spaz out because they got attack cycles too, and especially with this guy, as you've seen a couple times, he'll just throw the ball early and hit you before you can have the chance to hit him. And some of them, like later bosses, we take the time where we can like manipulate them a little bit, because there's this alien that's on the last level that we had to fight. Always had a really tough time with it, but eventually we actually started taking hits, which made it easier for us to hit him because he doesn't really do any health to you. Yeah, and this guy's a pain in the ass too, pardon my language, but that's the way to describe it. A lot of, I want to say, is it just two basic attack patterns that the bosses have? There's the stomp and then the throw? Or, oh, there's the also like the spewing out something from their mouth, I guess you could say. There's three basic attack patterns, and yeah, the stomping one's usually not too fun to deal with because you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
This transmitter room is a bit of a pain.
Oh yeah. It probably still is my least favorite in the game, but it is really stingy. You have to get a certain jump and be on the right angle too, and sometimes it looks like you hit it, but apparently the game's like, no, sorry, you missed it. Definitely one of the hardest ones in the game. Those two are the hardest, and the grind up's really easy to get though. But I remember when I first started running this game, I lost countless time to that part, like 20-30 seconds. It looks easier than it actually is. This race level is actually pretty interesting because there's a shortcut in the middle of it, but you have to, there's that like racetrack or rail, whatever you want to say, that's above you that actually lasts for the whole duration of the race. You don't let it the whole time because it wastes time, but you keep on it during the middle part like he is right here, just so you can get like that inside loop. And then you jump off like a ramp towards the end of it and get a pretty big momentum boost.
Huh, okay, that works.
Oh, nice way to keep that momentum going there. It's a really good strat, like I said earlier. I don't know if it makes too much sense, but it just logic like Tony Hawk, the longer you have a manual or grind going, it's going to be harder to keep it up. But if you just, like the second you land, if you start it a little bit after you land, it just keeps your momentum. And especially if you got a really big momentum going on like the last race course that's coming up pretty soon, you can go so fast. It's not even funny.
Choking pretty hard here. Oh my god, really?
Yeah, Deepwater Rig, this is, I consider this the second to last level, even though there's 3 more levels technically. This one's a really big pain. There's not much objectives that you have to do because it's towards the end and we just have to unlock Movie Set, which is the level right before the last one. But these bosses have a lot of health. They can be a pain to hit, as you can see with, I don't even know what this guy's name is. I call him Bo Squid Man, even though this guy's not a squid, obviously. He's Deep Sea Diver Man, I guess. I don't know. This game is so goofy with character names. Like, the antagonist in this game, which you only see like a handful of times in the intro cutscene and like 2 cutscenes towards the end of the game. His name's Dr. Skis Kicks.
Really? That's his name?
That, see,
I didn't.
how long he's played this game to know that. Oh, he's called Squid Man. Even though he looks like a little child. He's annoying, actually, too.
He's got a very small hitbox, so it's
Yeah. If you guys remember, he fought a cookie girl earlier on, which you can jump pretty far above her and still hit her. But the Squid Man, you have to jump like right before him. And if you jump too late, you get hit. If you jump too early, then you just jump right over him. But yeah, there's Squid, there's a Venus flytrap that speaks French. There's an alien that speaks Mexican, or not Mexican, but Spanish. It's a pretty funny game, but I can say I've enjoyed it throughout the years. Like, I could always return to play this game. It's fun, it's challenging. I think it's a squid.
oh no.
That's a man, but a tiny man. He never grew up too much. I don't know. I'll email the developers. And they're probably like, wait, we developed this game? It's pretty funny. Going back to unlocking the levels, to unlock the final level, you just beat all the race levels. So there's one more level besides the final level being unlocked, and it's the movie set level. So we won't need to do any extra objectives. We're just going to do the boss in the transmitter, because that unlocks the race level, and since we got all the other race levels done, we'll be able to access the final level. And as you guys can see right now, just because of like how many hills there are in this level, he is getting an intense amount of speed, which can be pretty painful if you run into a wall or something like that, because then it just slows down immensely. It is pretty hard, and Trident does really good with keeping the momentum. I've seen him get some really quick times on these races. Like, I struggled to get like a sub 50 forever in like the first race, and I'm pretty sure he got like a 39-second time one time. Yeah, that race level was pretty good too.
Yeah, not bad. My racing has been getting better. Or, well, at least more consistent.
Yep, this is the final, like, objective level of the game. Tons of stuff to do here, like a trapeze flip over something. Oh, there's also 3 CDs to collect on every level. That's something that stays the same. There's like a lower the UFO platform here, but we ignore all that and just do the bosses. As you can see, he's going to use a good strategy here, because if you regularly just run around this guy and go away, he'll shoot at a constant pattern, which can be annoying because you won't be able to get in on him. But for some reason, if you get hit by his projectile, he'll stop shooting for a while. So we just wait for him to shoot us. You know, no big deal. We'll just sit there and get hit and then run into him, because it's going to take him a while to shoot again. Really, really useful, because this fight could go like, you know, like 50 seconds, or it could go a minute and a half, just because of how bad luck you can get. The director, on the other hand, which is going to be the last boss fight here in the game, he is not too big of a pain. You just got to run away from him for a while. You can run straight at him, and usually he won't hit you, though. Sometimes these guys just have a mind of their own, and they'll start shooting early because they're just pricks.
Ooh, I missed him.
Yeah, those jumps, like, don't take anything for granted here. It could look just straightforward on what you gotta do, but one slight angle being off, and it is really, really easy to miss it. With the transmitters especially, like, if you get into running this game, the transmitters is a big problem that you can have, because it's just, it can be really stingy how to break some of these.
And this transmitter room is a pain as well. I should have hit that.
Yeah, just the ones, they place some of these transmitters, because they base them, every time you beat a race level, your actual character level goes up too, which can increase some of your stats, like just your speed, your jump, whatever else there is. I don't know, I never paid attention. But they'll know, and they'll base the levels on like how high you can jump up. So you have to hit like the maximum height and the right angle. If you're slightly off, you're just gonna go flying away from it. And it can just be a really big pain, like it is right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really big pain right now. There we go.
Nice. Final race level in the game here. This is by far probably the hardest. You can get it down after a while, but it's just curves back and forth, a bunch of obstacles that could be in your way. Not to mention, if you get really far ahead of this guy, he rubber bands so hard. I've seen him just like slingshot himself across the map before. Because it doesn't matter how fast you're going, well, still. Like, I've had it, you usually don't lose races, at least when you're our caliber at this game. If you do lose a race, it's immediate run over, because you just waste too much time, like over a minute. But I've had it to where I crash like towards the end, and then just on the final stretch, I see this green guy just jump from the horizon, going like 150 miles an hour, just soar right over me. And that's when you're like, well, who invented rubber band AI? Because they need a talking to. I mean, sure, it makes it more competitive, but does anyone really want it for real? Unless you're like terrible at racing games, so you can like catch back up. But no, when you're up ahead, you just want to stay up ahead. You don't want someone to catch back up to you. Alright, yeah, this is the final level of the game coming up here. You get a little cutscene before you start it. Skip it, obviously. The final score is you have to get 1 million points. It's the only objective in this level. You only get 1 minute as opposed to 3 minutes like every other level. This is actually, when you're playing casually, this is a really, really hard goal to get, because it's just hard to like keep up your combos and keep chaining points. Obviously, we can abuse stuff like this, just doing like a special trick to a special manual over and over and getting the score. Yeah, and time. Very nice to bet there at the end. GG. Nice. That's a sub 25. That's not too bad at all.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, we had a tough time like when we first started running this game, even getting to like sub 25. So yeah, that's a really, really good run because some things can go wrong in this run. You just lose a lot of time. And luckily, like transmitters trolled a little bit during that run, but nothing too big. So yeah, props to Trident. That was a really good run. Like I mentioned before, he does have the world record. So if you're interested, if you like Tony Hawk, I suggest just playing this game casually or picking it up if you want to do a speed run. If you want to watch more, Trident is your guy to watch because he's really, really good at this game, and he's improving it like every so often. He also does like skate as well, which is a really good watch too. So go check him out, give him a follow because he's done a lot of work for this game and improved the time a lot.
Yeah, everybody should go follow Forky too, because I'm pretty sure he has the record in 100%, which is insane. It's pretty daunting. So, yeah, go follow him as well.
Yeah, and thanks for Trident for having me on commentary, and thanks for the marathon for having me as well, guys. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It's an online marathon. Something's gonna go wrong in every single marathon. It's inevitable.